Morning, friends. I hope that you're doing well. I hope this video finds you well. We're going to continue. This will be our last book about birds. This book is kind of a question and answer book. So you ask a question on one side and they give you an answer right afterwards, okay? I hope that you were able to get outside today. It's a little cold and brisk, like not too cold, not too hot. It's just right. So it's been we've been pretty lucky this week with some pretty decent weather, and I heard that it might get cold this weekend. All right, so make sure to get some fresh air today. Today is Friday, May 8th, 2020. All right, I'm moving myself out of the way. So this book is sorry about that. This book is has tons of words. I don't want to get into the words, but we're just going to read this for information. All right. So here we go. Oh, sorry about that. Let me go back. Bom, 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 bom. So birds, a question and answer book. So here's our cardinal, right? We've already learned about this bird, right? We've met this bird a couple of times. So I'm going to put myself completely out of the way so you could see these beautiful pictures that they've taken in this book, okay? Meet the birds. Whoosh. An eagle lands on a tree. Eagles, peacocks, and penguins are all birds. These animals come in many shapes and sizes. So bald eagle. This is like the national bird of the United States. Do birds have a backbone? So before I even jump into this page, put your hand right in the middle of your back. That is a backbone. Feel it, right? You feel it right in the middle of your back. So let's find out if birds have backbones. Yes, birds have backbones. Most birds have hollow areas inside their bones. Hollow bones help make birds light so they can fly. Ruby-throated hummingbird. So ruby is another word for red sometimes. So you hear the word ruby red, so that's red. So we learned a little bit about hummingbirds yesterday, that hummingbirds fly backwards. Are birds warm-blooded or cold-blooded? So meaning if you have warm blood or cold blood. Really, so we have warm blood. Birds are warm-blooded. Their body temperature stays the same in hot and cold weather. Emperor penguin. Okay. What type of body coverings do birds have? So I want you to pay close attention to this page because we're going to look at it again. Birds have skin covered with feathers. So in place of what we have hair, they have feathers. Most birds have scales on their feet. Scales. All birds have wings. Wings. So we have wings, feathers, bill. Sometimes you call this a beak, scales. But for this purposes, we're going to call these claws. So this is the African gray parrot. How do birds eat? So before we even jump into this page, I want you to look at this picture. What is it that you notice this osprey doing? He's grabbing a fish right out of the river or lake. Pretty impressive. Birds use their bills to eat. Some birds eat seeds, fruit, or worms. Other birds hunt for fish, mice, snakes, or frogs. Where do birds live? This bird's called a roadrunner. There used to be an old cartoon with a roadrunner and a coyote. And I mean, you may have seen a commercial about it. I don't think they're really on TV anymore, but he'd say beep, beep. And this bird was blue and he'd run really fast. You can find birds almost anywhere. Birds live in forests, deserts, and even icy places. They also live on beaches. So in icy places, we have a penguin, right? Forest, pretty much a lot of birds that we've already met. And deserts, here we go, a roadrunner. How do birds have young? Birds lay eggs in a nest. Then chicks hatch from the eggs. Most chicks stay in the nest until they fly. Robins. So looking at this picture, think about how these robin chicks get fed and who feeds them, right? My noticing right away is their eyes. They don't even have eyes yet. They're growing. Do birds care for their young? So this is called a swan. So looking at this picture, do you think they care for their young? Do you think the moms and dads and their guardians care for the babies? Yep. Yes. Most birds sit on their eggs to keep them warm. They bring food to their chicks, then they teach the chicks how to find food. Oh. So a parent bird brings food to their chicks, and then they teach them how to find food for themselves. What is a cool fact about birds? Ooh, we met this bird 2 days ago, I think. Ostrich. So we know that they're very tall, and these guys run super fast. So let's find out. Some birds cannot fly. Penguins waddle and swim instead of flying. Ostriches cannot fly either, but they can run very fast. Wow, so that's two birds that we know that can't fly. So here we have our writing piece today, and so it's going to look as follows. I don't want you to worry about printing this or drawing this. I just want you to take a look at it with me, okay? So here's a picture of a bird right from the book. Notice that these rectangles are kind of like labels, right? So I've made this a label thing, a label document. So this is more to help us with finalizing and seeing if you remember the parts of the bird. And if you see a bird, can you identify the parts of a bird, right? Can you tell me what this part of a bird is? So what part of a bird is that? A wing. So I would take my pencil if you can. If not, I don't want you to worry about it. You can write the word wing here, right? Right? You see how hard it's going to be? So I don't want you to worry about that too much, okay? It's just more for you to know, right? This part is a beak. These parts are claws, and this is feathers, right? Now, here's your job today. Your job is solely, the only thing you have to do is draw a bird and label the parts of the bird. So that's part one. There's two parts today. You think you just get away with drawing today, right? Although it would be fine if you just want to draw. So claws, beak or bill, feathers, and wings, right? And then so yesterday we learned the word perch. So let's add the word perch to that, right? So let's do another word. Insert a column to the right. And so we have the word perch, right? So that stick that a bird is hanging on, right? So this is a perch, right? I should have put that in there. So another word that you might want to include in your drawing. When you're done, I want you to tell me about your bird. Tell me if the bird has sharp claws, a sharp beak, a sharp bill, a big bill, a wide bill. What color feathers does a bird have? What color wings does a bird have? So let's walk through this together, right? I gave you a really big space to draw a bird, right? Here's my bird. I'm gonna try something a little different today. And so big. Okay, that's 3. All right. So let's make my wings big. All right. So here's my bird, right? And here's his claws. And where's his perch? I got to put his perch in, right? And let's make this perch attached to a tree. All right, let's make this a tree. Ooh, wow. Beautiful colors. So I'm going to label my bird. Okay, so you could do the labels on your own, but let me just show you what I'm talking about. So I would write the word wing here, right? The same, I'm doing the same exact thing I did up there on the top page. And so I would start my sentence like this. I should make that a little bit bigger so you can see it. Let's make this a little bit bigger. So I go to my goodness gracious. Saint Ignatius. Let me go. I'm messing my whole document up, and I don't want to mess it up because then it'll be very confusing. So using the line. So how do I start my sentence? Uppercase M. What is going on? Oh, I hit the wrong button on my screen. My bird has big blue wings. Okay, is that true? He is sitting, right? So I'm just telling you what's in my picture. Sitting on a yellow perch. So I'm just describing what I see in my picture, right? That's all I'm going to do today. But I'm not going to give you the words. I want to see how well you could do it. And guess what? If you are having difficulty writing a sentence, have someone sit next to you and you can tell them about your picture, right? I don't want you to feel upset about it if you can't do it, but I think you can. I know you can. So at the very least, we could try with basic words, right? So maybe I should include some words, my bird, right? So I'll include other words down here too. Let's include some other words here. That way you know it. Insert below. So bird. That way you know it. What are the words, right? Bird. I think that's really it. Tree, maybe. Okay. And then I hope that works for you. If not, just let me know. And then if it doesn't, we'll just try something else the next day. I hope that you're doing well. I hope that you enjoy the weekend. I know it's going to be a little chilly out, and make sure to tell your moms Happy Mother's Day. Okay. They're very important more than ever because they've been taking care of us and have turned into our teachers as well as our moms. And so make sure that you do that. All right. Bye.